My question to you, Anne, is talking to everybody that you know in your incredible contacts book, why do you think the government didn't do what the CPS wanted? Because they must have thought it was a reasonable request, right?
It depends whether they fundamentally were happy for the trial to go ahead or whether they don't. So I think what you lay out very well there is that point about the evidential bar and how you use that designation about what it takes to be seen to be acting in a hostile way to the interests of the UK. And I put it like that because I think we're falling for a bit of a red herring here. We don't need to designate someone an enemy to take them to court for spying. I mean, I've got a bit of a background about writing about espionage and intelligence, and then also what it takes to make a successful prosecution. So I think the bigger issue here, Sam, is what did Number 10 and what did officials at the top of the hierarchy close to the Prime Minister kind of make of this case? Because what they could have simply said was, well, it's over to you at the CPS. We'll give you every help that we can. We'll give you these witnesses. Oh, by the way, we don't want to use this enemy designation. I think it's pretty obvious why that is. There is a desire to have a much more textured relationship in the way that we deal with China, and therefore also the way that we talk about China.
There's a lot of heat on Jonathan Powell for all of this. And isn't Jonathan Powell just fulfilling and executing the policy instructions of the Prime Minister? Is the person not really under fire here, Keir Starmer, and to lay it on Jonathan Powell for following presumably a steer that the Prime Minister gave him, perhaps even a little unfair on him?
My guess is that Jonathan Powell is steering the Prime Minister rather than the other way around, in the sense that the Prime Minister doesn't have a deep bench of experience on China. He, with his Chancellor Rachel Reeves, they know that they want to keep China on board. Lots of previous holders of his office seem to be quite critical of him on that score, or as essentially as a kind of diplomat and warmer-upper in the relationship with China, which is a role in which I can much more easily see Jonathan Powell. That's what he's done a lot in the past. He's an agreement maker. He tends, if you like, to trade things away in order to get, as he would see it, progress. Certainly the Good Friday Agreement was a positive example he was involved in. But there are a lot of people saying, well, isn't the job of National Security Advisor security?